Hey, this is John and Eva. The Around the World trip continues. We've already hitchhiked from Moscow to the south of India and all through Africa from the north to the south, and now we are in Iquique, Chile. Good morning. We are saying goodbye and thank you to this house, and we are on our way. Alejandro's mom is driving us to a good spot where we can find a car, and we are going to Arica today. It's about 300, just over 300 kilometers. Весь этот влог будет на английском языке, можете включить субтитры внизу. So now we're on the highway. This is the one that goes up the mountain and to Arica. The police here are awesome. They're totally chill. We asked them if we can stand here and try to get a ride, and they said, yeah, sure, wherever you want. And they even spoke a bit of English. When the police saw our sign, they said, come back, and they said that they will help us. They said, do you want to take a bus? So he said, no, we don't usually spend money on buses. And they said, oh, don't worry, we'll be free. So.
And he said, we don't want to make any problems, so we don't want to make problems for business. It's not good to, it's better to use cars. And they said, no, it's not a problem. You're only two of, there are only two of you. There are only two of you, so there is no problem. I insist to take a private car, but they want to stop the bus. Wow, so fast. This truck stopped. The cops, they said, we can get you a bus for free, and we were like, but we don't want to go on a bus for free when everybody else is paying, and they're like, so would you mind taking a truck? And he said, that's also fine, of course, it's not a problem, we just don't want to be an inconvenience. They said, what do you prefer, a truck or bus? And we said, we don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So the first truck they stopped, they said, we can stop trucks. So he just went out, stopped the truck, and he went and talked to him, and he said, okay, get in. It was funny because Eva kissed the cops. First time that you ever kissed a cop? He was the first, you saw? I wanted to say like, thank you so much, muchas gracias, and say like, shake his hand. And then he just, I saw his cheek is coming to my cheek, so okay. So I kissed him. So he was kissing cops now. And we are going all the way to Arica, so this is awesome. I mean, it's not the best to be in a big truck like this going uphill, but it's better than standing in this heat. Yeah, but they're just wonderful. They were so impressed by our traveling. We showed them our map, and one of them spoke English so well. I gotta say, it is really weird to be speaking English, especially to be vlogging in English. But I just want to show that in the future we definitely plan to have some videos in English, some in Russian. And right now when we do videos in Russian, we're not able to do subtitles in English. But in the future we will definitely have all videos in Russian and English. So if we speak English, subtitles in Russian. If we speak Russian, subtitles in English. But and if you're learning English, I don't know, be careful when you're listening to what I say, because I haven't spoken English very much for the past few years, and my English is not perfect, but I don't know, we'll learn together, I guess. Goodbye, Iquique. This is road to Bolivia, and this is road to Peru. There's a small traffic jam on the way to next city, and it's a nice view from here. We just recently passed the turnoff to Bolivia. It's not that far from here, and we were planning to go to Bolivia, but I don't know, at the last minute we kind of changed our mind. We were just planning to go to La Paz, but we wrote many people on couchsurfing in La Paz, and almost everybody said no, because there's no water here now. They turn off the water all the time, sometimes 48 hours there's no water. So everybody said they can't host us, and then we just said, it was really nice in Iquique. We had a wonderful host, Alejandro, hi if you're watching, and we decided to stay a little bit longer and just to go directly to Peru. It was convenient actually, because the rules just changed, and I think since October Eva didn't need a visa to go to Bolivia, but yeah, we'll go in the future. The important thing is just to enjoy where you are, you know, and we're here in Chile, we're in Iquique, just enjoy it. We're here on the road because, I don't know, because you always they have this tendency to think that it's better somewhere else, that when we get there it will be better, there we'll be more comfortable or whatever, but it's usually not true. And I have a friend in Lima, so we're gonna spend Christmas there with his family. I think that's gonna be great. We're getting a little bit tired, to be honest. We've been traveling for 15 months already, over 15 months, and So many places, so many countries. Yeah, it gets a little bit tiring. So it's nice to know that we're sort of on the finishing stretch. We're heading north. We have a flight from Colombia to Panama on February 1st, and we'll already be in Central America, and quickly we'll make it to the US and to Canada, my home, finally.
Alejandro, our previous host, he just wonderful person, and every day of our life with him, he was kept asking us, "Are you happy? Are you happy, guys?" It's so, it means so much for us. And Alejandro, if you're watching this video, a big hug from us.
So fast, we're already pretty much in Arica. Over there somewhere is Arica. You can even see the water, and hair is crazy today. And our host, we just called him and he said that he's coming to pick us up. So he lives this direction, about 6 kilometers, he said, and he told us that he lives like in a motorhome. Hola! I guess that's him.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Mucho gusto.
Hola.
Eva, John.
Yeah.
That was him. So we're here. This is the trailer that he lives in, and this truck, and this is the view. Pretty cool. Not typical for us, this view. Now we're walking around downtown. Our host Carlos had to go do some work. He's also, I don't know if alt is the right word, but he's a filmmaker, and he does photos, just freelance work. So he has to go edit, and he said we can walk around here. And since we're only going to be here for 2 nights, we thought it'd be good to walk around and see. It's a really nice walking street. Gustavo Eiffel built this, well, I guess he designed this building. The same guy who made the Eiffel Tower. Now it's the old customs building. Cool. So we got this kind of picnic going on. Salad from the store. We bought bread and cheese and some ham and bananas. I think that's it. And yogurt. A little bit more than we usually spend, but it's good. Real good. Nice to have a little picnic.
Yeah.
Came out on this, they call it a peninsula here. There's lots of people walking around. The sun's starting to set. Lots of waves. Nice, nice, nice. There's the shore. Some cliffs. Oh, there's like a Jesus Christ statue up there, big old flag. It's almost 9 o'clock. Looks like there's some girls getting ready to dance. City's alive. We are now in the trailer. Carlos has already closed his door, and we're gonna sleep here. It's awesome. There's a whole like couch that folds out into a double bed, and he's got a big bed over there. Good night.
Night.
Good morning. I have no idea what this is, but I don't know if you can see it, but there's a huge circle around the sun, and I actually don't really understand why. But if you do, please write us. Something to do with the humidity and the mountains, but it's really interesting. Apparently the locals say that if you see that, it means there's gonna be an earthquake, so we'll see if it's true. He was making some pasta with tuna. And it's the first time she's cooking in a, I guess a motorhome, I don't know what you call it. Not really a motorhome because it's a trailer, but RV. And we're just imagining maybe someday we will have our own, and we will also be cooking in it. It's cool, there's like everything here. There's a fridge and solar power, and we're sitting here editing videos. Really nice. Beautiful, beautiful day today. Super sunny as always here, as far as I understand. And we are getting ready to go. We are on our way to Peru. It's kind of weird because the border is like, I think it's like 17 kilometers or something from here. It's so close. And it's extra weird because the time there is 2 hours earlier. So we were thinking about leaving earlier. We usually do, but it's after 9 now. And when we get there, it's going to be 2 hours earlier. So we have lots of time.
And Carlos will drop us to the border, and it's the first time in our travel when our host is driving us to the border.
This big dog is coming with us. Mimut, I think is her name. She's even heavier than Eva.
Yeah.
We're almost at the border now, and this is the first time I ever saw a sign that said warning minefield, because all along the border, of course not where you cross, but all along the border there are mines so that people don't cross illegally. Here's one of them in Spanish, English and German. Danger minefield. Ciao.
Ciao, thank you for
Bye-bye.
letting us be your first guest.
And now there's a big line of cars and we're just gonna walk by. Hopefully somebody will give us a ride. Goodbye, Chile. Now we are between countries. There is Chile and there is Peru. Some Asian girls ahead of us. Welcome to Peru. It seems like we are now in Peru. There may be one more little checkpoint, but we have our stamps and we're walking, sweating. We were just walking across the border and this van just asked where we're going and they're driving us, I don't know, how far is it? 30 kilometers to the next city, so good, we're on the way in Peru. There's a lot of olives here. And also in the north of Chile we started seeing a lot of olives. I think here also olives. We're on the road again. Desert. Nothing but desert. And we also just switched our rings. I noticed that the driver had his ring on the left hand, so on the right hand. So that's the tan line. Mine's even bigger. So the rings are now on the right hand. We always do that. We just switch hands whenever we come to a new country. Whenever they wear the rings on the other hand, just so that people understand that's the most important. In Canada, we wear wedding rings on the left hand, and Russia on the right hand. So we always just switch. We're on our way again. We're going about 160 kilometers an hour through the desert.
Guys, it's something incredible. These two kind people, our drivers, they just it was 1 kilometer left to our turn and they just stopped and they said, okay, let's eat fruits. And they told us that we can choose mangoes, and we choose one and they said, no, take more, you will have a long trip, so take more. It's the first time. Muchas gracias. Wow.
Jorge
and Jorge. Wow, I don't have any words. It's amazing. It reminds me of China.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Jorge and Jorge, awesome. Wow, we just I don't know, we went like 100 kilometers with them and they got us fruit. Ciao. And they're going that way and we're going that way. This is the fourth car today and we haven't waited at all. The first car was Carlos, and then the next two cars we were just walking and they stopped. It's so much greener here. Already we can see water and cows and horses.
And we heard so many good things about Peru. So many good things, and we did expect to see just in one day so much of hospitality, so much of I don't know, just I don't have vocabulary to explain what I feel, but it's so great.
We're not waiting at all here. It was like, I don't know, 10 minutes on the road. We ate a few oranges and now we're on the way with Jose, on the way another 100 kilometers. So we're making great time. The day. We have now been waiting for a long time. How long? 2 hours?
At least 2 hours.
At least 2 hours? It's weird because before this it was like bam, 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 bam. Pretty short distances, but there was always a car. And now there's a lot of cars, but they are all like shared taxis. So we're really trying to just find a free car that can give us a ride for free. But if we can't, then maybe we'll take one of these shared taxis. But we are going to stay with a German guy today. It's kind of a really interesting story. The town that we're going to is called Mollendo, and there's hardly anybody in couchsurfing. I think there's only like 20,000 people, but I searched the city and boom, this German guy came up. He has like 70 references on couchsurfing, and he has a link to a TED Talk where he gave a TEDx talk. Really, really interesting. I don't remember all the details, but he had a law firm. He's a lawyer from Germany, and at some point he was in an Iranian prison. I guess he was suspected for being a journalist or something they didn't like. From stories that he had heard before, he expected that he'd be in prison for 3 or 4 years. So he expected to be there for the long haul, and he really started thinking throughout that week, and in the end he decided to shut down his law firm and just to go travel the world. So he's been traveling for several years now, and he likes to live a few months at a time in each country as far as we know. So it's really interesting, and we're really excited to meet him. It's probably the most excited I've been to meet somebody on couchsurfing just from the profile alone, and he answered us almost immediately. So we're going to meet him, and we'll put a link in the description to his talk. It's only in English, there's no subtitles as far as I know, but it's really cool. Finally a few more kilometers. I think we waited over 3 hours, but we'll be a little bit closer. Hopefully we can finally get a ride all the way to where we need to go. Starting to get dark. Dreams come true, we shouldn't have doubted. We finally found a car and we're going all the way to the city. Finally, it's just starting to get dark. Well, I mean, it's pretty much dark now. And just like 5 more kilometers and we're there. We're watching a concert. We finally made it. We're here with Andreas.
Hi.
This will be it for today. But next video will be in Russian, and we'll have a new adventure.